Hey fellow food dwellers, it's Angry Turtle, and today we are revisiting Gatling Plasma. Amazing gun, #1 in the past. The thing has changed, and Gauss minigun took the first spot. But should you still remember about Gatling Plasma? I would say absolutely yes. I found a lot of use cases for this weapon, and it is still very powerful. I can solo the Guardian with Gatling Plasma in one go, so yes, it's still very powerful. But what are the use cases? What are the mods? The mods change a little bit as well, because we do have a large core now, and it is working, as well as stinging core. A lot of mods available. It's hard to obtain, so you need to grind for those crates. Those crates that Verti bots are dropping. And chance to unlock the mods by finding a plan are so incredibly small. So there are problems. But let's cover the weapon and available options for you. One of my favorite, it's like a daily driver modification. Therefore, that's a Furious, that's enhanced, that's optimized, and conductors. Those are the legendary effects. And then you may be surprised, like, why did you forgot to mod it, Turtle? Why there's standard receiver, standard barrel, standard sight? And no, I did not forget to mod it. The focus on this one for me is lowest possible AP cost, and changing those mods increases the AP cost, with exception of Gamma Wave, but this one is bugged and this one is reducing the damage output, therefore I don't want to reduce my damage. I don't want that, so standard it is. Then about the barrel, I could put this one and that would increase my range very nicely by 85 TD units. But it's 3 extra AP points to the cost, so I don't want that, as I'm using that as a VATS weapon. Large core receptacle, addition of this one, it's a game changer for Gatling Plasma. You do have 750 shots with full core. I know it says 1250, that's not real. That's not real. It's displaying amount boosted by the per card that doubles the duration of fusion cores, but it doesn't double the duration of plasma cores that this weapon is using, so yeah. The capacity is fake, yet 750. That's the capacity with large core, but it's still much more than regular 500. As well, it does says plus 100%, I think it's plus 50, 750 compared to, unless I'm wrong about something. Pretty sure the standard was 500. Or maybe it's less. Wait, what's the standard core capacity? Let me double check. Let's put standard core for a second. I need to double check that. It's like, I'm not 100% sure as I think about that. I think it was 500. Yeah, it is 500. If I reload the full core. Yes, it did 500. Okay, I remember that right. Therefore, yes, it's 50%, not 100%. 100 would give you 1k ammo, and it's not there. Another good thing about large core, it does not affect the AP cost, so we are getting extra ammo capacity without increasing AP cost. The stinging core that increases our damage thanks to armor piercing effect does increase AP cost, and swift core is just faster reload. Why would you want that over higher capacity? I don't really know. Higher capacity for the win. The sight does improve aim, speed, and sighted accuracy, but we don't need that if we are using VATS, therefore standard sight, slightly lighter weapon. Beam Focuser, that's one that I'm using in here. Accelerated nozzle for damage would be better, but cuts down a little bit on the range. So I don't want to do that on the daily driver. I don't need maximum DPS on daily driver. With fire rate of 91 is more than enough for daily use case. Then there is Splitter, Flamer Nozzle, and Standard Nozzle available. Flamer Nozzle is indeed the cheapest in case of AP cost, but reduced range, very short range, it makes it almost unusable for daily driver. It is usable as a high damage output flamer type weapon, but not as a daily driver, and the damage is not really going up as much as it's supposed to. It's currently not to be used. If you are interested about available paints I do have, those are paints for Gatling Plasma that I do own. I'm not sure if I own every single one. There can be more available. Then, second configuration, that would be for maximum damage. Going with Furious, Rapid, VATS Optimized, and Pinpointers. Higher AP cost, fully modded is 14, so 5 points more than my daily driver, but significantly improved damage thanks to Prime Receiver. Rifled Barrel for extra range. Large core as well, reflex sight this time installed, not necessary but installed. Accelerated nozzle on this one, sacrificing a little bit of range, but it's compensated by other mods, so that's fine. And this one is for DPS, so really high DPS. And lastly, the very cool one, the shotgun modification. For this one, I have Furious, Crippling, Lightweight, and Bullies. I do not care in this one how much AP it will eat, as it will eat a lot. So I cannot really use it as a self-sustaining VATS weapon. It will be a short burst in VATS, even if I would switch Lightweight to VATS Optimized. That will be still 28. That's still too much to make it usable, so I prefer it lightweight in that case scenario. Bullies, as we rely on crippling the target really fast. That's a shotgun, nice spread, so can be used in here. Prime Receiver for damage. If I would switch that to standard, to use standard cores, I would lose a little bit of damage. I don't really want to lose the damage. As well, large core in case of this one is even more impactful, as putting the beam splitter takes away some ammo. Takes away 175 ammo. And large core is adding base on the base ammo capacity. So it's not 50% more than without it. In this case scenario, it's more. It's almost 100% extra ammo in case of the shotgun spread. So those 3 weapons I have in here, and how do they perform? Let's take them for a spin. Quick look on my current loadout if you are interested in that. Legendary perks. And let's shoot stuff. My total AP on this build is 480, so I would say very usable amount. Now, regular Scourge, I can target torso or head. VATS accuracy, especially after the last patch, is amazing. As you may see, they're even far away, and I'm getting 95% chance for a headshot, so no problem here. Daily driver, oh, and the perk responsible for faster spin up was fixed, so it's always working now. No more problems with this one. That's a big plus for this weapon. It takes a little bit to get stacks of the Bullet Storm. I would prefer to have a little bit of a distance from the Scourge Beast, but probably will not be possible. Look at the damage output. As for a daily driver, I would say it's very good, and I can use it even without VATS at all. Look at accuracy and stability of my daily driver without VATS. No problem. It's mainly for VATS, but I can use it without VATS. Absolutely serviceable. And the best thing, when the core is very low, I will reload and put them on the recharger at my camp. Atom Shop recharger for plasma cores. And only regular plasma cores I can recharge. The Ultra Sight ones cannot be recharged. So that's a big problem. After this fight, I got 6 stacks of Bullet Storm. Over time, my damage will go up. The fastest damage increase will be with this one, because it's 6 projectiles per shot. They all count for the Bullet Storm, so it's super easy to get stuck. Look when I start firing. Look how fast Bullet Storm stacks are going. And my accuracy is relatively good, as you may see here, but that's for 2 reasons. One, I do run stabilized with power armor, that's 60% increase to accuracy, and if I'm not mistaken, yes, I'm running gimbal braces on Vulcan. As normally, I would say this is rather hard to control. You need to do whatever you can to get accuracy on this weapon. The damage aspect of this gun. There is a legendary Scourge Beast. It is supposed to be some Scourge. The damage aspect is what I'm really positively surprised. This weapon, when modifying on the bench, doesn't really show like a big increase compared to like single shot version. It mainly shows a huge reduction in fire rate. But in practice, as you may see in here, it's killing them real fast. The time to kill and damage is really high. It's almost impossible to sustain VATS. You can see after several shots, I'm out. But the damage is here. Look at those numbers. Look how this Scourge Beast is melting. The damage output is really good. Ammo efficiency is amazing. And yes, Bullet Storm by this short fight is almost fully stacked. So this is a solid option, especially for everyone who doesn't want to use VATS. And maybe even a candidate like this weapon, if you don't have Vulcan power armor, to put on the last star instead of Bullies stabilized. That can solve the problem as well. So you really need stability if you plan to use it outside of VATS. You could try to spec it for lower AP cost, but it will still most likely require popping some coffee if you want to sustain the VATS fire with this one. And lastly, the DPS one. Full spec for the DPS with decent AP cost, like 14. It's not crazy high, and the range is really good, 288. The fire rate is insane. So really close in performance to Gauss minigun. Cannot really match it, but close. Another fissure site, more volunteer Scourge, and yes, they do burn super fast. The Prime helps a lot in regards to killing Scourge and Scourge Beast. Yeah, that's extra damage to them. I like how VATS bend the plasma projectiles when they fly, and target is a little bit further away. Okay, can I get at least some stacks and my AP back? I will waste some ammo, so you see the performance with at least some decent stacks before I start firing at Scourge Beast more. There is one more Scourge to get the kill streak. Okay, we do have... Let's go for 10 stacks. Okay, Scourge Beast, now come over here. And that's a non-legendary, so less health, but you can see anyway. The DPS is still there. The DPS is there, and after we fire all those shots, it will reload, so some stacks will be lost. Now we reload, we lose some stacks, but full core with large capacitor is 750 shots. So I will fire 300 something. So I'll be not even halfway through this core, and I will be on full stacks. Just firing so you can see how it goes in the same time. That's the recoil when I'm not doing anything. Not bad. They greatly improved recoil in recent patches. It was uncontrollable in the past. Now that you can see it's not bad recoil, I can go down and stay on the target like I'm trying to hit the tree relatively accurately. It's way better than it was. And now we have full stacks of Bullet Storm with full stacks of Bullet Storm and 0 stacks of Kill Streak. Our damage is 96, 134, at least in Pip-Boy. The real damage we do not really know, as Pip-Boy still tends to lie, so I don't trust those numbers. Like the shotgun version is showing probably less than it's doing. I'm guessing shotgun is doing a little bit more than it advertised. I can compare them, but without switching, so we'll see the damage numbers in here. So it's 50 by 6. That's a lot, but energy is always exaggerated. You can as well notice that. Energy is greatly exaggerated on both. On this plasma with 135 and on this one when it's showing 300. It's definitely high, probably not as high. And that's my daily driver. It is lower, but it's not a crazy difference. From 130 to 112. So it's not a crazy difference. What do you think about Gatling Plasma? I think it's amazing all-rounder. As it is now, it's amazing all-rounder. And daily driver like this one with the cores that I can recharge. Quite awesome. Quite awesome. And that being said, thank you all for watching and see you all in the next one.